With the year 2022 behind us, I thought it would be a good idea to do a review of my first year of being monetized on YouTube and also discuss how I went from making 40K in 2021 online to now making over 105K in 2022. If you're unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Avi, and I've made most of the revenue that I'll be discussing in this video from my main channel, which is Digital Creator Avi. The first video was uploaded on February 2nd of 2021, and it took me about a year for me to start getting some traction, start getting some views, and building up that YouTube channel to a point where I was able to be monetized. If you're unfamiliar with YouTube monetization, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. Once you apply, you will most likely get accepted once your account is in good standing, and then you'll start making money from when people watch your videos. And around that time where I got monetized, that's where my YouTube channel really started to pick up. I started to create a lot more content, and I started to get a lot more views. My subscriber count was growing, and all of the videos in which I created before were compounding, which means each month I was getting more and more views to my YouTube channel. So in addition to getting paid from YouTube ads, I was also making a lot of money from affiliate marketing. So between YouTube ads, affiliate marketing income, and some specific products in which I created for that channel, I really was able to expand the revenue potential that I could make, even though this channel had less than 10,000 subscribers and was fairly a small channel. But in order for you to get a realistic expectation as to how long it will take you to start making some real money online or on YouTube, let's rewind back to 2021. 2021 is when I started creating content for my main channel, and it took me about 12 months of creating content for me to actually start making some money. And even when I was making money at that point, I was only making a couple $100s. As you can see here, the total income that I made from my YouTube channel and online in 2021 was $2,462. And this isn't how much I made per month. This is how much I made for the full year. So nothing by any means to brag about. But I was able to make additional income as I was working at a digital agency, and I was doing some B2C sales, which made me about $25,000. So in total for 2021, I made about $30,000 to $35,000, give or take. But that was the total income that I was able to make in 2021. Now fast forward to 2022, and we see a lot different figures here. Online income was over $80,000, and my earned income, because I was still doing that B2C sales role, was about $25,000. I was able to quit that earlier within this year and focus more on this YouTube channel. And as you can see, the total income for 2022 was over $105,000. So that's a pretty drastic increase to go from making $30,000 to $105,000 all within the span of 12 months. What exactly changed? What made me go from making $30,000 in 1 year to then bumping that all the way up to $105,000 within the next year? And to be honest, it was nothing fancy. I just followed some very simple principles. The biggest lesson that I learned this year from growing my income is that you need to stay the course. Making money online is not easy, nor does it happen overnight. You need to be patient and consistent when you're creating content. As you saw, within my first year, I only made a couple $100s, but I knew if I stuck the course and if I continued to be better with every piece of content that I created, eventually I would start to grow my audience. And that's exactly what happens. Most people will start to make money online. They'll start to create content on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram, and they'll usually give up before they're able to get some momentum going within their business. So you need to stay the course. You need to be able to have a longer term vision and not just think about the money in the short term. You need to think about what you're building over time. And while it may be difficult at the beginning to stay the course, especially when you're starting to create content and you're not getting views, you're not getting any subscribers, and you're not making any money, if you stick to your plan, your efforts will compound. If you've only created 10 to 15 videos and you're really getting maybe more than 1,000 or 2,000 views per day, then that's not really going to move the needle in your business. You need to consistently create content within a niche, and you need to do that over time, because the old content which you create will also bring in people, but then the new content will also bring in new people into your business. And over time, that will all compound. So even if you don't create content, you're still getting 20 to 30,000 targeted views per month. And once you have your monetization process set up in place, then you can monetize all of that traffic very passively. And that brings me to the second biggest lesson that I took from growing my income over the past year, and that is your online income compounds exponentially. So again, at the beginning, I showed you in 2021, I was able to make about $2,500 from my YouTube channel. Within this year, I was able to make about 75 to 80K just from the YouTube channel. The rest was from my earned income from my B2C sales role. So I believe the reason why you're able to exponentially increase your online income is because you're able to multiply yourself. So instead of me having to trade my time for money, that's a one-to-one relation. That would be, let's say you're working a 9-to-5 job and you're only getting paid 40 to 50K per year. That's all you can make for that year. But I'm able to multiply myself from my YouTube channel because I have all these pieces of content that are constantly getting viewed 24/7. So it doesn't matter if I create a video today or if I don't create a video, I will still get those views from the previous content in which I created. And I believe that's one of the main reasons why you're able to really exponentially increase your income online. And that only happens when you're being more consistent and you're building an audience within a targeted niche and you have a specific monetization process in place. So if you want to see more about how I've done that, I created a couple tutorials on this channel. I'll leave a link for those in the description below this video. And my last biggest takeaway was do more of what works, but do it better. If you're just starting your online business or just starting out to create content on YouTube, the beginning phase is going to be the phase where you're trying to gather data as to what will work within the niche that you've chose to get into. So at the beginning, you're gonna have to create a lot of pieces of content. You're gonna have to test a lot of different things to see what works. But once you figure out what works and you take a look at the data and you see that people are liking X or this specific type of content, then you want to double down on what works, and you want to do that for a while. So what I realized is sometimes as a business owner, you always want to innovate and change, but sometimes it's better to focus and hone in on what's working, but also you want to make sure that you're trying to improve that process and do it better. So in the example of creating a YouTube channel, you can start creating content within different areas within your niche and see whichever type of content is getting the most amount of views and double down on creating that type of content. But you also want to make sure that you're improving your editing. You want to make sure that you're improving your lighting and your setup, and you also want to improve the quality of the videos in which you're creating. So figure out what works, and then once you do so, figure out how to do that better. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any questions or if you need any help building your online business or your YouTube channel, you can always get in contact with me. I'll be happy to help you out and help you on that journey. If you did get some value from this video, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video.